Right, we are going live on Facebook and Instagram. I am here to kind of celebrate the fact that it's spring. Look at my tower. I moved it outside. It was under the house. And so I'll let you guys see. Let me turn the camera around on my Instagram. Hold on. All right, Insta. There you go. There we go. Now we're both looking at the tower at the same time. Isn't it beautiful? So right there in front, we have sage. And then over here, we have thyme. And that's a bell pepper sticking out in the back. And tomatoes starting here, along with a little bit of peppermint. And what is the red and leaf? That is chard. And then below that is arugula. Over here we have kale. My poor little cilantro needs to be replanted with something else. And yeah, so this is my tower right now, and she's been going since October last year, and I moved her outside yesterday. Super exciting. So let's walk back inside and put this on back on me. You guys don't really care what my neighbors see about my neighbors. Okay, so, well, I was doing a salad and a jar party, and everybody's living their crazy busy lives, and so I thought I would share what it's like. I'm good. The door closed. What it's like to set up a tower. To set up a party. So I'm going to make a picture here. I'm just talking to my peeps, trying to get my live going here. My peoples, hopefully we will get this going. Yeah. All right. First, a glass of wine. Cheers. So, hi. I am Wendy. I'm a health advisor. I do nutrition. I do genetics. I'm a pharmacist as well. I have some products I absolutely love. Absolutely. So that's twice. But a salad in the jar is something that can help anybody. If you've ever got to go to work and you're sick of buying food while you're out, or taking leftovers from dinner last night, or you just need to get a little healthier, I have some suggestions. So, let's see here. Instagram, you guys are doing good. My Facebook people just lost me. Sorry about that. Hold on, Facebook. They're trying to connect to you. So a little bit about me. What I do is I work with people one-on-one, and I help them to be healthy. I have always had it in my life that hi Facebook land, you're back. I have always in my life wanted to help individuals to have the best health that they can. And one of the ways that I do this is nutrition and education and fun events where we get together and do some cool things. I have done sourdough workshops, and I have done salad in the jars, and I have a beautiful tower. I just came in from outside. I showed you guys there. And so I don't know if anyone's on, or I can't see the peoples yet, sorry. So I wanted you to know I was going to invite people over to do a salad party, because we can put salads in a jar and they will be good for several days. And there's a way to do this that makes it work. And then you can have your lunch and it's ready to go. And so I wanted to do that with you guys. So I'll do one real quick. Got 3 or 4 that I could make, but I'm going to do one first. So what makes a salad? A lot of things make a salad. If you can eat it after putting it in the refrigerator, it's basically eligible for a salad. We're gonna do just sort of basics right now because I don't feel like doing something fancy. But first of all, what we'll need to do is we'll need a jar. And if you want a bigger jar, that's probably a good idea. You want a wide mouth jar if you can, because it's easier to get in and out of it. So you'll take your jar and you will put in the jar the wet things on the bottom and the dry things on the top. Trust me. Okay. My hands are clean. And I wanted to, so, okay, fine. I'll wash them again. Just give me a second. I am a pharmacist and I like cleanliness. But these are my food, my salad, so it's not a big deal. So, yeah, washing my hands, soap, water, supposedly you should sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, at least with what a snow or something like that, so you wash them long enough. But actually washing your hands versus using a hand sanitizer and actually scrubbing them is more effective for most of the things that can make us sick. Hand sanitizers are just for like if there's no other choice. But there are a lot of bugs that hand sanitizers won't affect. So we need to actually wash. So I have my jar. And I have, these are cut up mandarins. It's strawberry season, y'all. Cut up strawberries. Cucumber. Carrot. They call them red onions, but they sure look purple to me. I have a container of lettuce that I bought at the store. My tower makes lettuce, but it's a little bit early still. This one is pesticide-free, greenhouse grown, no need to wash, spring mix, so I approve. I don't like things that are not greenhouse grown for things I purchase. This is dates. These are just chopped dates that, I mean, they're sweet. They've got a little bit of added sugar. Well, no, it says they didn't add any sugar, but they have a lot of fiber. But dates are really sweet, and these are dried and already chopped, so it's one of the things I like in a salad. And I also have pecans. If you haven't been to my house, I am surrounded by pecan trees. Really just two. One in my yard and one in the neighbors. But I picked up off of my driveway this year after they were shelled, it was already 50 pounds of pecans. So that's a lot of pecans, y'all. So guess what? I eat a lot of pecans. They're good for you. Why not, right? Okay, so pecans, they go on this end. So, I mean, this is so simple. If I wanted dressing, I'll do dressing. I'll show you. All right, let's see here. We have a refrigerator full of stuff. This is Kraft Raspberry Light Vinaigrette. It has 30 calories per serving, water, sugar. Sugar's the freaking second. It's the second ingredient after water. I'm not going to use it. It's too sweet. Too much sugar in my diet. I don't need more. So instead, you know what I'm going to use? This is balsamic vinegar. And it's dark balsamic vinegar of Modena. We have a lovely little place nearby that you can go and take the bottle back and refill it. Or they'll give you another one. They'll wash this one and sanitize it and use it again. But it's super awesome. And balsamic vinegar, you know, it's vinegar, low calorie, if any. It's good for you. It smells really good. And balsamic's kind of sweet all by itself. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in the bottom. Now with the, I don't need much. With any kind of salad in a jar, you're going to put your wet stuff on the bottom first. Mind you, I think I'm going to do a little olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil, Bertolli. I don't give a crap what brand. I'm sure there's better brands than others. I feel like this one was fine. It wasn't very expensive. Now, olive oil goes bad over time. So if you have olive oil that's been sitting in under your counter for months, chances are it's rancid and it's gonna make you sick. This is just something I bought probably last month. And if I was gonna keep it longer, I'd keep it in the fridge, which would make it solid, which is okay. Olive oil is one of the healthier fats. You don't want a lot, just a little. So I have a little vinegar and olive oil, but the vinegar I chose was the balsamic. So it's a little bit on the bottom, wet on the bottom. I'm gonna put a little bit of, these are my mandarins, and it's strawberry season, y'all. If you've gone strawberry picking, these are so good. So put those strawberries in, and then my cucumbers. My counter's clean, so I pulled that one off. Put a few more cucumbers in, and carrots. Do you know how many vegetables you're supposed to eat a day? Fruits and vegetables a day. You're literally supposed to eat 7 to 15 servings of fruits, vegetables, and berries a day. Produce. Your plate should be mostly produce, and the less cooked, the better. And having and the fresher, the better. So the stuff we get at the grocery store is not fresh, y'all. It might not even have been ripe when it was picked. And most of the nutrition in our vegetables and our fruits happens in that ripening process. And so optimally, you'll want to have something, say, from a farmer's market or something like that, unless you grow it yourself, which is, I grow a lot of things myself now because I have my lovely little tower garden outside. I'll show you again later. So I have it from wet to dry. So I've got my carrots and a few onions, just a few. I'm not a big onion person. Now I'm going to put some lettuce in it, and I'm going to stuff it in there. I'm going to put my lettuce in. And one of the things I like about my tower is I can grow quite a bit of lettuce. And it's so delicious. The stuff I buy at the store just doesn't taste the same. But I wasn't quite prepared to have enough lettuce for a party and for doing these jars today, so I didn't. So this is, you want a lot of greens. And you could also put other things in here, like at the bottom. Like if you wanted some ham, then you could put the ham towards the bottom somewhere in this section here. And then if you want bacon or something like that, you would put it more towards the top. And I told you I wanted to have the dates in this, right? So with the dates, I'm going to put just a few on the top. And of course my pecans. I love my salads. And sometimes I make a gigantic salad that I just eat from the refrigerator. But I wanted to show you guys how to do the jar so you can just take it to work and have something healthy to eat. So let's see here. Got some cute. So I have my my jar is nice and full. Got the wet stuff, which was the balsamic and the olive oil, and then I have my wetter vegetables. The carrots could go higher, but it's fine. If I had a meat product that was wet, I would put it down here. If it was bacon or dry, I'd put it up here. If it was croutons, I'd put it on the very top, because it's a bread item, and if it gets here with the oil and vinegar, then it could make it soggy, which we don't want that, right? So I feel like I might want a little bit more lettuce. And I can put a little more carrot on top because the carrots are dry. Okay, so now I have my jar, and I put my lid on. You can use any lid. But isn't it pretty? So what you do is tomorrow or the next day, you just turn it upside down. The liquid goes over everything. Shake it a little bit. You can eat it directly from the jar, or you can just use with a fork, or you can dump it into a bowl and eat it in a bowl. So yeah. Hey Steve, how are you? So that was my my first one. I'm gonna have a sip of wine. One must always have wine. Cheers. So let me go back out to the tower. Hold on. I have a tower garden. It's so much fun. Can you guys see me? Okay, good. Hold on just a minute. Someone was trying to call me, and obviously I am indisposed. So, all right. So outside here, I don't know if you see that tree right there in the back. That is a pecan tree. I told you I have a lot of pecans. And that one right there, that's a pecan tree. And they surround my house and my driveway. So yeah, pecans are never an issue around here. And so here's my tower again. I'm gonna try to turn you guys a little bit, so hold on. So here we go. Right in front you will see the sage and thyme, tomatoes, and more tomatoes, bell pepper over there. I don't know how well you can see. Can't see what you're seeing. And kale. But so yeah, so this is a really cool device. It works inside or outside. When it's inside, it has lights that go on top. And when it's outside, it needs to be in a sunny place. The water is in the bottom, and it has a little pump that pushes it, that pumps it to the top, and then it sprinkles over the roots so that the roots are more in the sun, in the air, are in the air more often than they are in water. It causes them to have more oxygen, and it also encourages them to grow more and faster. All right. So hi Gary, how are you? I just came in from showing my tower, and I made a salad in a jar. I have a couple more I wanted to make, so let me do another one. Do I want the same thing? And I think I will do, I think I want a few olives. So some olives in this one. Now, with a salad in a jar that you want it to be able to last several days. Because, for instance, this one I'm going to eat tomorrow, right? But what if I don't want to eat all 4 tomorrow, but I want to do it all at one time? I can. So I'm actually going to make 4, so that'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it'll be good. They might even still be good on Monday or Tuesday because they're not getting wet. And so we'll do the next one here. Always wet on the bottom. There's my jar. I like the wide rims jar because that is easier to get in and out of. And I used the balsamic vinegar last time. I wonder if I have red wine vinegar. I never know what I have in my cupboard anymore. No, not today. Too much to look for. Okay, I'm back. So I bought this great stuff, and it tastes pretty good. I'm not knocking it completely. It's raspberry vinaigrette, so it's not too bad. The calories are only 30 per serving, and it has the water. The ingredients are what I was looking at. So the ingredients, when you buy a salad dressing or anything that has an ingredient list, it's a good idea to look at it. And when you look at the ingredients list, the order of the quantity of ingredients is generally based the most to the least. So it's not alphabetical, it's what it has the most of, then what it has the next most of, etc. So this one says water as the first ingredient. But the second ingredient's sugar. And it's supposed to be good for you. How much sugar was in the non-light raspberry vinaigrette? That's what I want to know. Because this has, I can't tell, let me see. Sugars. I mean, it is 30 calories. So that's, not terrible. So the water, then sugar, then red wine vinegar, and then regular vinegar, then soybean oil, which is not your best, and then less than 2% of salt, red raspberry juice. So it doesn't even have that. At least it has red raspberry juice, but less than 2%. Xanthan gum, citric acid, dried onion, spice, poppy seeds, natural flavors, potassium sorbate, and calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavor, and sulfites. I'm not using it. I can't believe I bought this. Apparently, I bought it, and I obviously have used it a little bit. I mean, it's easy. I also have people who I feed here that don't care as much as I do. All right, so we're gonna make a salad in a jar, and we're gonna start with the wet stuff. And what I discovered after that was I would rather use my balsamic vinegar, which is a dark balsamic. And I wish I knew what the name of the place. I think it's Blue, B-L-U. It's in Washington, North Carolina. But but the name brand on this is Olivelle. I don't know. Okay. It smells good, and it's kind of a little bit sweet, but it's not much. So I'm going to put a little bit in the bottom of my jar, and this is basically my dressing. And you can put as much as you want, but you don't need as much dressing as you think you do, y'all. And I did some olive oil, so we'll do the olive oil again. This is just extra virgin olive oil by Bertolli's, literally Walmart. I mean, I know there's better quality olive oil, but this is the one I have, and I don't need much. So basically it's about maybe a teaspoon of each in the bottom. It smells good. Ooh, I could do pepper on that. Should I do a little pepper? Just a little bit of ground pepper. A little bit of ground pepper. Not much. Okay. So I'm going to do this one, probably very similar to the last one. I have my food out. I already cut it up, so I have like these little mandarins, and I have strawberries. Strawberry season's amazing. Cucumbers, carrots, red onion that's actually purple. Why do they call it red onion? I mean, there's nothing red. There's nothing red. Why do we name things that way? This time I'm going to use some Kalamata olives. I have no idea what brand. It looks like something I got from Aldi's. I like Aldi's though. They smell good. So let's see here. I'm going to put a little spoon. So olives are wet or dry? I would say they're probably wet because they're in this water. I'll put, what do you think, 3 olives or maybe one more? Let's do one more. Serving size on olives is 3. Yeah, one extra is not gonna hurt. Olives are good for you. They have healthy fats and they're really high in fiber. Let's see here. Generally they're sodium. They do have sodium, so if you're trying to avoid salt, that might be a factor. So we're gonna do, we got olives and pepper and balsamic and olive oil. And we're gonna put some, what are these called? Mandarins in here, some strawberries, some cucumber, carrot, a little bit of purple onion, we're renaming it, and a bunch of salad, lettuce. Stuff it all in there. And so it's dry on top and wet on the bottom. It's important to make it last in the refrigerator for more than a day or two. And we're gonna put some pecans in it. I showed you my pecan trees, y'all. I get lots of pecans. I like chopped dates. They're kind of sweet. They're high in fiber. They're generally good for you. You don't need a lot. I think that was from Aldi too. Put a lid on. Now I have a beautiful salad. Now I have two beautiful salads. And I'm not going to turn them over because the wet stuff's on the bottom and the dry stuff's on top. And if I want to eat this in a day or two, I need to make sure it's not mixed, right? So I'm going to leave them right side up. When I go and eat one of these, I will turn it over. So I'll take I will turn it over and I'll shake it up a little bit, turn it back over, open it up, get my fork, start eating. Or I can put it in a bowl, whatever's easiest. Depends on where I'm at. So yeah, it's good. Let's do another one. All right. Hi everyone. So if I hadn't introduced myself recently, my name is Wendy. I'm a health advisor and pharmacist. I work with people one-on-one to improve their health, and I try really hard to find ways to get people, little steps at a time. I believe it's the little things you do every day that make the biggest difference. We're not going to go out and run a marathon tomorrow. We may never run a marathon, and that's okay. What I do is I try very hard to help people find ways they can improve their health. It might be as simple as drinking a glass of water before you drink your soda. You can still have your soda, but maybe having that glass of water it quenches the thirst first, and then you can enjoy your soda a little bit more and maybe not drink as much. What do you kids want? The four-legged ones are in here. Have you guys met my four-legged kids? Angel, say hi. And Cassie, say hi. Where's Cassie? There's Cassie. All right, so I showed the four-legged kids to Facebook land. Hold on, TikTok, Insta. All right, Cassie and Angel, say hi. Cassie, say hi. Where's Cassie? Where's Cassie? Phew. Dog breath. Ugh. Okay. I'm back. This is fun. Let's see here. Make it stand one day. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, we're going to do another one. We're going to do the same. I'm going to do some balsamic vinegar. And a little bit. Why do I keep putting the olive oil back up, y'all? A little bit of olive oil. And so if I wanted to put like any ham or other wet produce, food-like item in here, it would go on the bottom. If it was like a dry chicken breast, I would probably put it on the top. I would put bacon on the top, croutons on the top, but I don't have any of those. If it was egg, I would put it on the top. So the only thing that would be like a wet meat would be like a ham. I would put it underneath this lettuce versus above the lettuce, if that kind of makes sense. So we've got the mandarin in here. We'll put some more strawberry. We're gonna make this one more fruity. We're gonna put more mandarins and more strawberries. A lot of fruit in this one. Does that look yummy? Okay. Do we want any cucumber in this one? Nah. Carrot? Nah. Onion? Nah. I want a little bit more than something. More orange. More strawberry. Maybe a couple little sprinkles of onion. Just a little bit. And then my lettuce. Push that in there. Push it in, push it in, push it in. Push it in, push it in, push it in. So I got like a little, I actually got like a container of lettuce from Food Lion. It was one of those pre-washed stuff or no, and it's, this one is a spring mix. It says it's pesticide free, grown in a greenhouse. No need to wash. And it's got red and green leaf lettuces, beet greens, and assorted baby greens. So I grabbed that one. But normally, normally my tower garden has enough lettuce on it that I will do it. And it had plenty of arugula and it had some romaine on it. I didn't point out the romaine, but it's on there. And it makes so much greens. Did you see I had a lot of empty spots? That's because I got a bunch of seedlings started. I'm going to be planting it again soon. Put a lot of new stuff in there. All right, so we got this. So now I've got my wet stuff on the bottom. This one's mostly fruit. Then my lettuce. I did the balsamic and oil, olive oil. If I wanted croutons, I'd put them up here, or if it was egg, I'd probably put it on top as well. So wet to dry. And put a lid on it. See? There you go. That one's gonna be different. I like it. I'm all out of mandarins now, and look at my counters getting messy. Oh well. What should I do next? I have one more jar. I've got strawberry, cucumber, carrot, and onion, lettuce, dates, pecans. I didn't put any pecans in this one. Where's my fruity one? I want pecans in it. I love pecans. And pecans and strawberries go really well together. Let's do that. Pecans on top because they're dry. Okay. You guys want to see my tower again? All right, let's do the tower real quick. Hold on. The doggos want to go outside anyways, so they can go with us. Four-legged kids are fun. They get their way, right? We start telling the two-legged kids they can't have their way all the time, but why isn't the four-legged kids get their way all the time? So let me turn you guys around so you can see what I see, and I can see what you see. So Angel and Cassie want to go out to the yard. Go, Angel, get in the yard. I have a cute little house, a cute little yard. Look, that's rosemary. Isn't it beautiful? Over here, there we go. See, it is. So let's lock the doggos in. So TMI, didn't mean to see the doggo going to the bathroom, but at least they were asking to go out. Over here we have against the fence. Can you see it, y'all? That is asparagus. I plant an asparagus garden when I move to any house, and it grows forever. I love it. And over here we have, this is spearmint growing. And then my tower garden again. There it is. Isn't she beautiful? So yeah, the little one on the bottom here, this one right here, that's arugula. Above it is chard or beets, and that's big one right here is sage. This right here is my romaine. And here we have beet greens. They look, they're red, but they're really good like that. And then bell pepper I started. And tomato, kale. So yeah, the tower. That tower's been going since last October. I had it inside. Underneath the house in my basement with lights on it all winter long. And y'all, when we had that whole crazy stuff with the pandemic where we couldn't find food that was fresh or edible, or we were worried about even going out of the house, y'all remember, I still had my tower. I still had fresh food. I had fresh greens. I had a lot of cool yummies. And you know what, in the tower you can grow squash, you can grow basically anything except root crops. I mean, I have the beets in there, but if it grows a beet, it'll pop out the top. Corn's kind of too big. I've got some, I might have some Brussels sprouts. I've done that before. I've done broccoli on it. I've done any kind of green you can think of. Tomatoes, bell peppers, jalapenos, poblanos, all kinds of peppers. I grow cantaloupe, watermelon, yellow squash, green squash, cucumbers, strawberries. Some of my one of my friends has like a tower full of strawberries. So cool. So I don't do that as much, but it is fun. Okay, one more salad, we're done. Last jar, starting with the bottom, wet first, right? Do I want to do the balsamic? don't want to do the balsamic, but I don't want to do that nasty stuff. Do I have anything else? Store-bought. What is it? Store-bought. Store-bought salad dressing is probably the worst for you ever. This one is Ranch. Food Lion brand. 60 calories a serving. Ingredients: water, canola and or soybean oil, distilled vinegar, modified food starch, sugar, egg yolks, salt, never mind. Reading labels is depressing. Reading labels is depressing. I know better. Which is probably why it's getting old anyways. How old is this one? Oh, y'all. It's expired. It's expired. It's expired. What am I thinking? Okay, it says best by October of last year. Can you believe when I bought that, if it was best by October? Well, at least I don't eat it every day. Like, you can tell, right? So I'm throwing it away. Dang it. Okay. We're not going to do the balsamic or the oil. We're just going to do... Actually, we will do a little bit of olive oil. And we're going to try something different. Okay. A little bit of olive oil. A little bit of pepper. Wet in the bottom, pepper, because it's part of the dressing. And this is honey. If you've known me for any bit of time, I used to be a beekeeper, and this is my honey. This is some of the last honey I have because I developed an allergy to bees. I miss them. But I still have a lot of honey left. This is not all. This is the last of this jar. I still have several jars. But I used to sell it. It was so much fun. So we're gonna put a little bit of honey in with our olive oil and black pepper. Why are we doing it? Because we can. There's no rules. Salads don't have rules. The only rule you have was you want it to last. You do the wet on the bottom. And then it'll last 4 or 5 days, and you can eat it. Eat one a day and take it to work, or it's really easy to carry around. All right, so I'm stirring the honey in. Sorry if that was noisy. Okay. That's good. That's actually really good. It's kind of it's a little bit thick. Think it'll work? I think it will. Okay, so we're gonna we have one little tiny piece of mandarin, but we're gonna use the juice from the mandarin to kind of wet that up. Okay, we're gonna put all the strawberries in. This is my last jar. I'm not putting all the cucumbers in. That's a lot of cucumbers left, but we're gonna put some. And carrots. Onion. This is the purple onion or red onion or whatever the heck it is. It's purple to me. And do we want any olives? No. We're gonna do lettuce. So now we put the lettuce in above all the wet stuff, right? And again, if you wanted ham, you would put it below the lettuce. Bacon, chicken breast above the lettuce, depending on how wet it is. And there you go. Dates. I like dates. They're high in fiber. Fiber's good for your body. I watched a Zoom, a webinar or a presentation on our gut the other day, and well, we're not eating enough fiber. I eat a lot of fiber, and we're still not eating a lot of fiber. So we'll put pecans on top. Okay. It's not chicken. I can eat from the bag, right? Once in a while. Okay. And the lid. So, to be clear, wet on the bottom, dry on the top. Kind of goes in that order. When you're ready to eat it, you turn it over, shake it up, grab your fork and eat, or you can pour it into a bowl. Whatever's easiest. That's why you want a wide mouth jar, and this one's not really wide. That's what I got. This is to the pepper. Okay, and of course, cheers to your health. May every decision you make not be a fatal one. May you choose one thing healthier today. Just one. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.